Indulge with Bliss Double Cream Yogurt. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, thanks to the creamy and indulgent taste of the new Clover Bliss lemon meringue flavour, our lemon eclairs are the perfect treat to spoil yourself for a sweet ending. Now, to get the recipe, simply SMS the keyword Clover to 33650. SMSs cost R1.50 and free SMSs do not apply. Sweet baby genius. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome back to the Loves Chaba. What do you have up your sleeve today?
Today we have Clover Bliss, lemon meringue and eclairs. So what we're basically going to do is that we have butter over here, we have salt, we have flour, we have eggs. And the first step that we're going to do is that we have water here that is boiling. So the first thing that you have to do is to add your butter into it and make sure that it melts.
Okay, how much butter do we need for this recipe, or does it determine rather how many eclairs you want to make?
Yeah, it just depends on how many eclairs that you really want to make.
Okay.
And then you add your salt.
Salt for taste?
Yeah, make sure that it's melted.
As the flavours all come together.
Yes.
Is there any importance in terms of the steps and what needs to go first? Does the water always need to be boiled first, or can you just start with the butter?
You always have to make sure that your water is boiled so that it's also easy for the butter to melt.
Okay.
And then the salt.
Okay.
And you go with the flour. The most important part in this case is that the flour, you have to make sure that, the choux, peta choux is cooked. You have to make sure that it comes from the sides, like that.
Okay. So what kind of pastry are we putting together here? You said it's something choux pastry, pata choux?
Pastry, yeah.
What differentiates this from other variations?
This is an easy one to do.
Okay.
And you can actually make eclairs, or you can make profiteroles, or you can make cream puffs with that.
Oh, okay. So this basically is good for all these nice pastries. Okay.
Yes.
So whilst this has come together quite nicely, you then turn off your stove, very important.
Yes.
And then it comes out...
Right over here. You can bring that.
Okay.
So if you're a professional like myself, then you will go ahead and add the eggs.
Won't the eggs start to cook?
If you're a professional, then they won't cook.
Okay, let's leave it for the pros then. If you're not a professional, how's the best way to do this? Practice makes perfect, I suppose, hey?
Definitely.
Okay.
Then you mix your eggs in. But if you're not a professional, you're going to have to let the dough to cool down.
Okay.
Yes.
But here it's all about speed and accuracy.
Speed.
Oh, okay. If you're just joining us and you're wondering what's cooking in our kitchen, we're making delicious lemon meringue eclairs. And if you need the keyword for this recipe, it's Clover, and SMS that to 33650, and you will receive the beautiful ingredients list to make this recipe at home. So whilst this has come together...
Yes, you have this dough.
Okay,
This
you
is
put
the
it
dough
then
that
in a
we have.
piping bag.
Yes. And then this is the way you have to pipe it. You have to pipe it at an angle.
Okay.
Because that determines how it puffs.
Depending on which angle you then place it in. Oh, that's so interesting, Chef.
That's 45 degrees. You have to use that.
A 45-degree angle, okay.
Yes, and it's also important to have a gap between them because when they puff up.
Stunning. So you're piping them 1 centimetre apart?
But if it's... Yeah, it just depends on the type of space that you need.
Okay. Thank you so much. So these look delicious. And you put them in the oven for how long and at what temperature?
So you have to use 220 degrees Celsius, high temperature, for 15 minutes. You put them in there, and then after 15 minutes, you lower your temperature to 180.
Oh, okay.
And then you cook them for extra 20 minutes. And then after that, that's the technical part of it. After that, you have to make sure that the insides are dry. If they are dry, then you have to dry them out for another 15 minutes, whereby you're going to have your oven opened up.
Okay, so there's quite a lot of technical steps here, but it's super easy to make it look like. So once they come out looking like that, then here is where our delicious Clover Bliss comes into play.
Yes, this is the best part, because what we're going to use, we're going to use 2 cups of Clover Bliss.
Okay.
I think this is the best thing that has ever been invented.
Especially with this new lemon meringue flavour. I'm so obsessed with it. It's the best treat, and of course, incorporated into your baking is incredible and impeccable. We're using these glycerine leaves again. I remember this from last week's show.
Yes, gelatin leaves.
Gelatin leaves.
Yes, we're going to use the gelatin leaves. So what we have right here, we have cream that is hot, and then already the gelatin has been melted in here. So what we basically do, we're going to mix that with that, and then we have to make sure that we fold it.
Oh, you keep folding it, and then I see you've got whipped cream here.
Whipped cream, yeah, soft peaks. We have to make sure that it's soft peak.
Okay.
So that it's not too stiff when we fold it into the rest of the other stuff.
Baking is truly a science.
It's a science.
Okay. So and then you mix again, and then you fold in
Make
again
sure that
gently.
you fold it, yes.
Okay. Stunning. And this is now going to be piped again into a piping bag, and this is going to create the filling of these eclairs.
Yes, the best filling in the world.
The best filling in the world. I see that you've also got some chocolate here for us. So maybe whilst you're piping in and filling these eclairs, I'll add the chocolate.
Yes, the chocolate, you're only going to put it on top of these.
Oh, okay. Yes. I see. For the decorative little flavour punch that we love so much.
Yes. Make sure that your filling is inside. There we go.
I see that you're really doing a sweet genius move here by piping it like it's an art piece.
Baking is art, so we have to make sure that you always have it.
Okay, there we go. Stunning.
Go.
I'm just going to put this in like that and start plating whilst you're finishing those up. Stunning. What is the best way to enjoy these eclairs? Is there any other kind of dessert that can go nicely with it? Maybe a nice custard or an ice cream?
Actually, ice cream is the best one. You can also have like blueberry filling.
Oh, nice.
Or you can have blueberry compote. You can even have a blueberry sauce to go with them. That's the best way to enjoy them. And then the other thing that I can advise, actually, there is a 3-ingredient that we use to make sure that they are more crunchy. So what we can use is butter, sugar, and flour. And then you can make that, you can flatten it out, and then what you can do, you can put it on top before you bake them.
Okay, it's sweet genius indeed. You've brought all the treats in the kitchen today, and if you would love to try this at home, remember to SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get the recipe sent to you. But here's a little recap of the steps in case you missed it.
Made with love by Clover. Indulge with Bliss Double Cream Yogurt. Made with love by Clover.